Hello there, my name is Thomas O'Regan, and over the last 3.5 years, I've built 11 property portfolio between me and my wife. Now, um, most of my properties, or all of my properties, are in strata complexes. They're in strata complexes because they're apartments. And the thing with strata complexes is people get really worried about paying strata bills, and it's ridiculous because whether you own a freestanding building or a strata complex, there is going to be a huge amount of costs, potentially a huge amount of costs. There's going to be costs regardless of owning property, that is maintenance and things like that and so on. So when in insurance, that's, yeah, strata pay the insurance as well. Sorry, just got sidetracked there a bit, but my point is, just because you're buying into a strata complex doesn't mean there's anything wrong with that. Like me personally, if I bought a free or if anyone bought a freehold asset, they are 100% responsible for all the works and everything that needs to go on with that building. Alternatively, if you own a strata complex, there is a management team that deals with everything, all the issues, maintenance, and everything that could ever come up with that property. So obviously, it's important that if you buy into a strata building, the strata company is good, and it's important if you buy into a strata building that that you understand the costs and the history. So there's a few red flags when it comes to buying into strata buildings, and one big one here in Australia is combustible cladding. A lot of strata complexes in Australia have been built with combustible cladding, and generally the council or the government it issues a rectification order on the building, or a safety compliance, fire safety compliance check to be done on the building. And essentially, that's like some sort of engineer goes out to the property and does an assessment to see if the building cladding, combustible cladding, its cladding needs to get rectified into something that is not going to ignite instantly. Um, so that's one of the big red flags with strata complexes. And if you are interested to find out that sort of thing about a building that you're looking at purchasing, it's simply something you can, if you ask for the strata report of the building, it will be listed in the AGMs what is going on, what are all the main issues with that building, if a fire compliance rectification order has been issued on that building, and what processes they've put in place to take action against that. Other things in strata complexes, like they document in the strata 8 minutes. They document any major works that have been done or potentially will be done. So if you're buying into a strata complex, it's in your best interest to find out these things. Now, the difference with um, buying a freehold property is there may be major issues with it that have to get rectified, but there will be, if you're buying it, there's no, like, there could be no record that these works need to get done. So you just have to, like, you're essentially got no way to find out if there's major issues with a freehold building that you may be having to pay in the future as a purchaser of that building. Now, um, again, if you are buying a strata or a freehold, some people just get really scared of strata because it's an ongoing fee that you have to pay to maintain the strata complex. But the reality is, people think, oh yeah, like, no way, it's cheaper to get a freehold because there's no like fee, there's no strata fee, right? But the reality is, the building is going to need maintenance either way. So if you just don't even budget a fee, if you don't budget an amount to put aside for owning a freehold building and its potential upcoming costs, you're going to be owning this freehold building and you think it's great because it doesn't cost any fees, which would be a strata fee in a strata building. But maybe in year five, all of a sudden you have to pay $150,000 out of your own pocket to do some sort of renovation, like a new roof or something that you didn't foresee, because there's no management company dealing with any issues that come up with the building. So just keep that in mind if you're buying property. Strata building or freehold, they've both got their risks. One is not better than the other. It's just different. Anyway, guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.